to Gigi Creates. I'm Gigi, and this is where I show you hobbies that I like to do and paper techniques and things like that. Today, I wanted to show you a project that I have been working on the past couple of weeks. And it is called an altar book, and this one has a spine where the pages are not sewn in. They're only sewn in using elastic, so it means they can be removed completely from the book. Now, I know this book is quite chunky. That wasn't the plan, but that's what happened. So I did a little book this book belongs to, and this was a normal, everyday book, just that was an old library book. And this book is done in junk journal style. It's got different sized pages and different kinds of pages, but not all of them are what you would call vintagey. Now, this first pocket holds a few things that I made. So this is a sticker, but I stuck it onto some paper to make a tag. It's quite thick. This is just a little piece of ephemera. It's a globe map showing most of the North and South America and New Zealand. And this is a little card where I used paper weaving to cover it, to give it a cool looking cover. And paper weaving is like how a basket is woven, and it's just a normal little writing card. If you would like a tutorial for that, please leave a comment down below and I will show you how to do that. Now, in this little pocket, I have a few items, just a little airplane ticket and a blank piece that says specimen and what looks like a theater ticket or an ad of some kind. And they're all blank on the other side, so you can write a small sentiment, or you can post a very small picture or cut something out of a magazine or something like that. And that all lives right there. I did some stenciling. This says Adventurous Calling. Of course I will go. This is like a little, you pick the day and then you write down the date and some sort of sentiment. And then this is just tissue paper, music paper, and a little card that I tore the edges, inked, and glued down. This is a collage, so I took a card that had the Eiffel Tower on it, some cheesecloth, stickers, and washi tape, and placed them on there. I glued the cheesecloth underneath it, added this sticker on top, placed the washi tape to give it a taped look, and something that says, or some vellum stickers that say, "Take the scenic route." And then on the other side, there is a sentiment about a door, and it's got a flower on it, and I used some washi tape to make a writing spot. And then in this pocket right here, I punched out a hole and inked that. This is like a memo list. There was more on the paper. It had date and what the person wanted, but it's from 12 by 12, and I just cut this piece out. I inked the back of it, and it's blank. So some washi tape. And on the other side, just some small note cards. I had to trim this one down. I put some staples on there to give it a grungy-ish look or a interesting look. And then this is what's called a love letter by some people, but it's really just a simple way to put a letter-sized piece of paper into an envelope that's created by itself. So say this is your piece of paper and you don't have an envelope. So all you do is you find the middle of your paper, fold the sides into the middle, no gaps, fold up the bottom, fold down the top, and slip this part right here into here. Like that. And then I have an extra little thing that slips right over the top. And it's just like someone who's ordering something or something like that, special delivery, and a stamp with some stamps on it. And this is just a corner pocket. It's actually sideways, but I cut it wrong, so it was just a picture of ephemera. And then this is just a blank page that I put some paper on to make it interesting. This is a collage of some ephemera, and sorry, my light just turned off. And this is just some map. And this is a pocket that has a notebook that I made in it. And it says specimen. I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch and did it on the outside so I could add a bow. It's held together by a paper clip, and I made this little flag to put on the paper clip, and it's just some plain lined paper. So that's that, and there's the middle. That's what it would look like on the outside if I sewn it from the inside. And I chose this beautiful foil laminated, or not laminated, foiled pearlescent paper. I believe it's called embossed, but I'm not sure. I thought embossed meant pressing into the paper. And it's kind of glossy on the inside, and on the inside it feels like a gift card would, or I mean like a birthday card. And this says like a small postcard that has the look of being embossed, and it's blank on one side, and it says it's never too late to be what you might have been, and then you can write something that's related to that on the back. And then on the other side, since I had to widen this pocket, it wasn't wide enough for this journal, I went ahead and decided to make the other side a pocket. So what I did was I added these 2 little collages that I made. This is an earring. I used it as a brad. It's an old earring, and all I had to do was bend the post down. And this is a little bee and some scrap lace and a paper ruffle on just a postcard, or I mean a note card. And then this is just some twine and more scrap lace, piece of ephemera glued on top, and then this note card has some cursive letter stamps stamped onto it. And I wanted to go all over the thing, but for some reason, which kind of worked out perfectly, this didn't get stamped. So like this part did not get stamped. Only this edge and this edge got stamped. So it kind of worked out perfect. And then this is just a pocket, or not a pocket, a card. And on the other side it's writing paper, another collage. This is lace, and punch outs and ephemera, and some stickers, and more punch outs just to kind of make it interesting. So you kind of have to write around it, make it look interesting. This is kind of blank. I thought I didn't really need to do much with it because it is meant for writing. This is supposed to be a small pocket, so you can stick a tiny photo in there. And then on this side, this is supposed to be a pocket, and I had to add this after I made this. It wasn't intentional to make this with this, but it's because if I had done this, it would have fallen out. So, because it's not strong enough to hold it. I thought the button would do it. But this is just some more of that lace, scrunched up into like a little fan shape with some washi tape and a button. And that was all glued, and this is just some scrap paper that I glued there. This is another one of those letters, but this is printer size paper. The other paper was 8x8, and it's got a stamp, a to and from, and then just some extra little bits. And I inked the entire thing inside and out. I tried to do the inside lighter than the outside so it would be easier to write on, if that ever did occur, because I'm not really sure what I'll be doing with this. I might sell it, I don't know. And then this is another kind of collage. I just tore up some music paper, put it on there, and then added a note card with a few pieces. This says "Sunshine on My Mind" with a moth or a butterfly, I'm not sure. Then turning the page, we have stickers and another collage, more stickers. This is washi tape, ephemera, and some brown paper and cheesecloth. Just a little something and another little something. This is supposed to be like a thing where you put a photo and then you kind of, I guess, write there. And then I kind of extended this by collaging the entire side here. Enjoy the moments that make you smile, and flowers. And then I just kind of edged this. And then this is a pocket. It was a full page that was folded in, and it says, "Bloom where you are planted." And it's just some brown paper, craft paper, that I got at Ollie's. It might still be there, so check it out. It was like $1 or something. And this is really nice paper. I rounded the edges and added some brown paper similar to this paper on the bottom. And then this is a belly band, so it's like a pocket, just very, very thin, and it's open on both sides. This is the Taj Mahal, and then this is a paper clip with some lace and twine on it, stapled. Then this is like a little thing where you write a sentiment on one side and like pick the day. There's numbers and all the months of the year, and this all just fits back in here. This kind of cocks to the side so it sticks out into the inside of the book, if that makes sense. And then this is glued on here. It is not held by the paper clip. And this is what is called a hidden paper clip. So there's a paper clip inside of the paper. You can't see it on the inside or the outside. And I just glued a little something on there. It's a punch out on top of a little piece of ephemera. And then this is a postcard that I cut out, and it slips right in there. And then I think there was something on the other side, but I guess not. Then some stenciling and some quotes, and I used some stamps and a piece of ephemera to kind of brighten this up. I think it fits. And this is a pocket. This was originally a card I made for something else, but there were staples on the other side. So what I did was I took some scraps and covered the staples, layered in a way that anything stuck in the pocket wouldn't get caught on it. And this is just another postcard, and then another writing space. It's blank on the other side. I do have some real postcards. These are only ones from a paper pack that were on a page, and I just tore them out with my ruler. I laid it down and tore. And this is another one of those paper clips, some more stenciling, and this has a little sentiment on it. And if you want a tutorial on these, I can show you how to make them. And then there's two cards, a large postcard and an Our Road Trip kind of document card. They're both blank on the other side. This is faux embossed. And then on the other side, there's two more things. another map, but it seems more crude, like it's been hand-drawn, and then a trip checklist kind of thing. So this all kind of stacks together. I think I'll do this. And then there's like this, it's another travel kind of thing. This journal has sort of a travel theme. And another one of those documenting date lists. And this is another small collage with a writing space underneath. And it says, "Simple pleasures are life's treasures." And on the other side, there's another writing spot. "Keep life simple, there is beauty in simplicity." And this is another, just a piece of grade paper that I put on there because I didn't really like the blank paper. I prefer writing on lines, and some more quotes. "The sun does not shine for a few trees and flowers, but for the whole wide world's joy." And some more paper, pretty paper, I mean. And another quote and a tag sticker. Kind of getting desperate around the end because I was running out of ideas. And then I just glued this on here. So you can pretend you're writing a postcard to someone, or you could actually take the page out. It only has a sticker on the other side. This is actually to be used, this is from a stationery letter set. But yeah, you could use this and stick it in an envelope. That's all put back together. It's another one of those little pocket pages. I'm not very fond of those because they're very small. And this is this is trip rating, so from 1 to 10. So like if you were on your trip and you were rating like the accommodations. And then the last page is blank, so whoever gets the journal could kind of make their own collage or something. This journal is very, very chunky. I can't get it closed from here. And I use this paper is wrapping paper from Walmart. It's very nice. It has like a bark texture, and then these polka dots are softer. And it's very luxurious. I also have the red one. Let me show you this book really quick. I won't show you the inside because it's private. This is another one, and this has velvet on it. The flowers are velvet, and I did the same thing. This is unbound, and that was on the paper. I don't know what happened. I will show you the inside, but this is the inside. You can see the spine here, and let me take these out really quick. Alright. There we go. So as you can see, it is unbound. I used washi tape for the middle. This was a Reader's Digest book, a song book, and it had a ring-bound paper set in there. Let me show you it really quick. Oops. Some leftovers from a craft. This is what was in it. And it was attached with paper, and it was not bound into the cover whatsoever. And it was just in there with really nice thick paper. And yeah, the Merry Christmas Songbook, that's what it was. And it was by Reader's Digest, as I said earlier. And all I did was wrapped the book in wrapping paper. And this is really nice paper. It's almost like handmade paper, but rad. And I covered the inside with 12 by 12. It was perfect size and height. I just had to trim it a few inches. And this is how it turned out. And this is elastic from Hobby Lobby. If you would like a tutorial on how to make an altered book with a traveler's journal type spine. I will, when I can. It's very, very easy. It takes maybe an hour to finish the book, and then a week to do the entire book and finish everything out and do all the pages and everything. For me, if you would like a tutorial, leave a comment. Give this video a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe, and please share this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!